Hey, what's up, everybody? I really don't get that many comments from people who hate my page. Usually if someone doesn't like my video, they either hit the dislike button or just don't watch it and don't leave a comment, which I'm completely fine with because most of the people who hate my videos never really have anything intelligent to say about any of them. But I did receive a two-part comment on a review that I made for the Stand miniseries, which was back in October and was actually the first review I made for my new channel after being kicked off of YouTube. And normally I wouldn't really go over a negative comment like this, but this guy actually writes complete sentences, so, you know, there's one thing he has going for him. Here's the comments. I quote, "I suggest having a script to read for future reviews. I apologize if a script was used. For me, it was not apparent. Personal opinions being least important should be saved for the end." I'm going to stop you right there. It's a review, and if you've ever experienced writing a review or a critique, you're supposed to give your opinion. I found that a little retarded. I would save my comments to the end, but I don't review films like Nostalgia Critic or any of the people on thatguywiththeglasses.com. What they do is go over the whole fucking story and then give their opinion at the end. And just because they do that doesn't mean I'm going to review every fucking movie exactly like they do. They're not the model that I use for writing reviews, so that whole comment was fucking retarded. I'm sorry, that was a review without criticism or opinion till the end. That's just retarded. I did take a class in film, and if you critique a film, you're using your opinion from the beginning of the review. And that's from a actual professor of film who told me that. So you're full of shit on that one, buddy. Okay. Toward the beginning, you said the series was too long to be considered a movie, but continue to call it a movie or miniseries throughout the rest of the review. Yes, The Stand should be called a miniseries, but it's also called a movie. I agree it should be called a miniseries, but I do call it a movie in the review. I really don't understand how that's a big deal. It has moving pictures, so I guess you could call it a movie, but this guy is just nitpicking. Alright, that's the end of the first part of the negative comment I got. And here's where he gets to be a real asshole. And I quote, "Many people have fast comprehension levels, so speaking clearly enough to be heard and swiftly enough to be understood is very important." I think I do speak pretty clearly. I wasn't mumbling through the review. If you watch it, I don't mumble at all, and you can hear me clearly throughout the entire thing. If you can't hear me loud enough, you can turn up the volume and not just be an idiot and complain about it. And I continue here. "For me, you spoke too slowly. I found myself bored throughout, and try not to rhyme. The stand, on the other hand, sounds corny." I really don't remember doing that, and if I did do that, that was purely coincidence. I wasn't trying to be cute when I said the stand, on the other hand. I was probably comparing it to something else, and that's what I said. I mean, you're just nitpicking again. It's purely a coincidence. "This being the only review I've seen from Filling the Void Reviews, I won't be back." Now, this is another thing that people who troll my page will do, is that they'll leave a comment and it won't be towards me. Like, the rest of the comment was directly towards me, but the end sentence was not in the second person towards me. I mean, does he think other people are just looking at his stupid comment and you know, they're gonna thumbs up that comment. I just thought that was stupid. The only point that he makes that is actually somewhat valid is that I do speak a little slowly during it, but the reason I do that is because I was like ridiculously tired when I made that review. And I know that's not an excuse, but if you listen to the first part of that review, I mentioned that I had just got my other channel terminated, and this is the first review for my new channel. And also, I work for a living, and I do reviews when I can. And before I started making reviews on this channel, I would just make reviews constantly, and you know, I didn't put as much work into the reviews I make now as I did back then. So I do sound a little bored reading from that review when I do that review. So I'm sorry you didn't like the review, but did you have to be such an asshole in your comments? I mean, you can just you can turn off the review and not watch it, or hit the dislike button, which I could care less. But you just had to be a prick. The last sentence is basically the reason that I'm making a video about this comment. This being the only review I've seen from Filling the Void Reviews, I won't be back. Like, I give a shit. I could care less if you come back to my page or if you watch any more of my videos. You already seem like a prick, and I'd rather not have you watch anything if you're just not gonna enjoy it, or you're just gonna leave stupid comments that have nothing to do with the actual reviews. And you know what? It's just, you just seem like a complete tool writing that sentence.